I want you to do like this and doing this. Boom, 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 boom. Let's keep for boom, 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 boom. How long you can do that? 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2.
Gervonta Tank Davis is coming back, and he's going to headhunt all of you. And my thing is, I got Tank beating all y'all at.
New unseen footage supposedly captures Gervonta Davis stepping into the ring with Mike Tyson before his showdown against Jake Paul. Tyson carefully walks Davis through pad work, revealing sharp techniques and flawless timing. The legendary boxer marvels at Davis's explosive speed and precision, while sharing priceless guidance to sharpen his knockout-driven approach.
Hey, bro! Nice one, Mike. Nice one, Mike. Hey, bro! Nice one, Mike.
Gervonta Davis's pad work inside training camp reveals lightning-fast speed and seamless coordination. His punches cascade in rapid-fire combinations, showing perfect rhythm and control. Every strike hits with explosive precision as his trainer struggles to match the relentless pace. Observers note Tank's hand speed sharper than ever, proving he's at peak condition and fully dialed in for his looming clash against Jake Paul.
God damn.
The conversation around Gervonta Davis before his showdown with Jake Paul has been drenched in speculation and criticism. But Schwobies, the adult, insists most people miss where Davis truly stands mentally. He explains that Davis has reached a stage in his career where outside noise no longer affects him. Rather than responding to the endless tide of opinions online, Davis has chosen silence as his answer. According to Schwobies, this silence is not weakness, it's confidence. The Baltimore champion knows that words alone don't win fights. He intends to speak through his actions in the ring when the bell tolls. Every punch, every counter, every knockout attempt will be his statement to the doubters. With reports hinting at a knockout bonus tied to this fight, Schwobies says Davis has every reason to finish the night early. He believes Tank isn't fighting just for money. He's fighting to remind the world of his presence, carrying the full weight of expectation and pride into the ring.
He's scared. He can't come back to real boxing after fighting Jake Paul. He's going to be made a mockery of. One of you guys said, you can call it a fake fight, but it has real consequences. Let him get knocked out by Jake. Let him get embarrassed by Jake. He can't come back. He'll be made a mockery of. He done took a knee, grease in the eye, had a draw with Roach, which everybody thinks Roach was robbed, and then made a mockery of by Jake Paul, a YouTuber. Which is why Gervonta Tank Davis is on Demon Time. Check this out. Check this out. See, me being back on my fitness journey, I know how hard that is, especially at his size with how heavy that medicine ball is. Gervonta Tank Davis is going to go hard, pause, on that Jake Paul fight. He has to. While everybody is trying to dismiss that shit, there's a knockout bonus and everything. You got Lamont Roach calling him all these names. Tank Davis shut off his social media. He can't take y'all negativity, making him worse before the fight. He can't allow y'all to be in his head, which that's what y'all want to do. The end of Tank. And I don't. I think boxing is better with Tank involved. I always say that. If there is boxing, boxing is even better when there's more talented and skillful fighters involved. Regardless of how you feel about him, you want Tank to be great in boxing, then hating him to death out of boxing. If you do, you're just a hater, right? If you love the sport, you want as many determined boxers in there as possible. He's looking determined right now. And with everything that Roach is saying, he's ready to come back and whoop some ass. Where I'm getting this information from, none of your damn business. But right now, I'm just a vessel, and I'm going to tell you guys what's up. Gervonta Tank Davis is coming back, and he's going to headhunt all of you.
Analysts have been quick to highlight the size difference between the two fighters. On paper, Jake Paul appears larger and stronger, yet as several boxing experts remind fans, size alone doesn't determine victory. Boxing is a delicate craft built on precision, timing, and calm under pressure. They stress that Gervonta Davis has mastered the science of the sport. He knows how to move, how to lure, and how to strike with calculated accuracy. In contrast, raw strength without honed skill often leads to fatigue and errors. These experts note that Davis's smaller frame might actually give him an edge. His compact movements, sharp head slips, and short bursts of power are designed for maximum efficiency. The gap between appearing powerful and being truly effective is enormous. And it's Tank Davis's experience that makes that distinction unmistakably clear.
We just talking hands. Gervonta will whoop Jake ass. We just talking hands. But do you think that 50-pound weight difference, that's going to be a difference?
It could be if
could
you
be.
get caught with a shot. But as a boxer,
Physics!
but the thing is this though. Let's talk about physics. See, boxing is a technique.
Right.
So it's not like you could be bigger. That shit don't matter. Like you seen a big nigga get knocked. A lot of them big niggas go to sleep.
That's a fact.
When he went out and the bouncer get hit in his chin, he go right out. He the big nigga on the ground. Like I've seen it a million times.
He the big nigga on
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Yeah.
you right. But
So that you can't go off that. Now you get hit by a big nigga and you a smaller nigga. Then,
You gonna fly. He gonna
here
feel
come
it.
physics. But as I'm using my technique, we in a different space now. Big guy, I got something for that. When you throwing and I'm seeing shit differently, yeah, now it's time for technique. You understand?
I might
That's
start
the
training.
difference.
I want to start training.
Shout out to Terrence Bud Crawford. He just proved what I just said. The technique of boxing. You feel me? You know what I mean? So, yeah.
So
while many rally behind Davis, academics have sparked debate by suggesting Jake Paul could pull off a knockout. He argues that Paul's size advantage and growing ring experience give him a real shot at landing something significant. Academics points to Paul's past bouts where his overhand right floored several opponents. He notes that people often underestimate Paul's ability to prepare and adapt, highlighting that Jake has been training like a professional rather than just a celebrity. Yet, critics still question whether Paul can withstand Davis's speed and relentless pressure once he's tested. Even so, academics' perspective adds a compelling tension to the build-up. He frames the matchup not as a clear mismatch, but as a dangerous experiment where a powerful YouTuber faces a lethal puncher. Whether his prediction proves right or wrong, it underscores just how divided the boxing world has become over this highly unexpected showdown.
It's going either one. If there's a knockout, it's going to be Jake knocking him out.
You think Jake is going to knock out Gervonta?
Yeah,
he's the underdog.
We got to look at size. We got to look at size. Now, granted, do I think Gervonta can knock him out? Of course. But what people don't realize is that, you know, you got one guy who's a damn near heavyweight. And then you have another guy
He is a heavyweight.
Well, I don't know if he's going to be weighing in as a heavyweight for this fight. I forgot what weight they agreed on. But regardless, if it goes
227 pounds.
Say it?
He's 227 pounds.
Yeah, but I don't think that's what he's weighing in
against
on.
Mike Tyson.
Yeah, no, he's weighing in something different. Yeah, it's no way they're letting a 227-pounder fight a 130-pound guy.
Gervonta Davis. Let's take a look.
Yeah, just look at weight limits. I think it's like 190.
195.
Yeah.
Okay, he's going to go down 30 pounds.
Yeah. I still think that's borderline. I think 200 is still a heavyweight. So, but I think it's borderline.
Yeah, right there in the bottom.
Yeah. So, you know, I would imagine if it's a knockout. Well, here's the thing too, though. So I might actually take it off the table. I might just go with Gervonta. Why? A lot of Jake Paul's power probably come from the weight. So in 30 pounds or almost 40 pounds you got to cut, that's a lot. Now, one thing I'm gonna like about Jake, Jake's a bag secure. I could see. You know, I think this is gonna be a win-win for both of them. It's gonna be a win for Jake because you don't get knocked out by this guy. If you can stand in the ring with an actual top-tier boxer, and he can't knock you out, and maybe you land a couple jabs, a couple hits, maybe even stun him once, you've won because you're getting $100 million. That is genius. And for Gervonta,
he says he's going to retire after this, by the way.
Nah, He'll fight. He'll do it again.
Another group of analysts shines a light on Gervonta Davis's reputation as one of boxing's most lethal finishers. They point out that Davis's knockout record speaks volumes. Most of his victories don't reach the final bell. Reports indicate this fight could bring him around $200 million, making it one of the most financially significant matches of his career. The analysts stress that Davis's drive isn't just money. It's about legacy and holding his place at the top. They note that Tank's natural explosiveness, paired with his sharp ring IQ, makes him both unpredictable and dangerous. Even if he trails on points, he carries the kind of power capable of ending a fight in an instant. For Jake Paul, that's a nightmare waiting to happen. Facing a fighter who can strike from any angle leaves no safe moment. To these boxing minds, Davis is a rare talent, part strategist, part destroyer, who transforms pressure into absolute perfection.
Gervonta Davis's guarantee.
I
for
call
the fight with
bullshit.
Jake Paul.
Me too.
I call bullshit.
$200 million is a lot of money.
That'd be the most any athlete's ever made in one event, in one night. Where are they getting that money?
I mean, it's Netflix.
Okay. Mike Tyson didn't make that. Jake Paul didn't make that.
No. $20 million, I would believe, not $200 million.
20 million seems realistic.
That's a lot.
Even because Netflix is bigger, but there's no pay-per-view model. So, and Gervonta is a big pay-per-view draw, especially for being a lighter weight class.
Yeah.
So 20 to even 40 I can get.
Oof, that's a lot.
40 I can understand.
When push comes to shove, though, like 20.
Like Canelo's getting that 40.
Yeah.
But Gervonta Davis, he was, especially on Showtime, he's a big pay-per-view star.
Yeah.
He's a knockout artist.
Mm-hmm.
200 mil is just completely false.
God, Jake is so much bigger.
Yeah, man.
I mean, so much bigger.
I don't get it. If he thinks this is going to make him legitimate in boxing, I just don't get why he do it.
Can his speed and his ability make up for that size difference, in your honest opinion?
Well, he has to be very smart throughout the course of the fight. It's hard to know in some things. I think Gervonta's just gonna stick and move. He'll be fast, play it smart. I don't see him staying still for too long so Jake can land some shots. He'll just try to touch him. Who knows, man? It's an exhibition. It's a money grab. Jake's fighting one of the best boxers ever.
Comedian and devoted boxing fan Earthquake offers a lighter yet surprisingly insightful take on the matchup. He explains that in boxing, looking big doesn't always mean lasting success. Muscular fighters may seem intimidating as they step into the ring, but as the rounds pile up, those same muscles can become heavy burdens. According to Earthquake, fighters like Jake Paul often slow after the early rounds, as their oxygen depletes and punches lose their edge. He jokes that Jake's bulk may dazzle on camera, yet betray him when it comes to endurance. Davis, in contrast, has the physique of a natural fighter, compact, efficient, and explosive. Earthquake predicts that as fatigue sets in, Tank's relentless pace will reveal Paul's vulnerabilities. Beneath the humor, his observation reveals a simple truth: fights aren't decided by looks, but by stamina, rhythm, and the unyielding ability to keep moving when the world expects you to slow down.
Well, you're a boxing fan?
Totally.
Okay. Tank Davis and Jake Paul in November. According to betonline.ag, Jake Paul's the underdog at plus 139. Gervonta Davis is the favorite at minus 180. So he's the favorite, almost 2-1.
Right.
What do you think will happen in this ring?
I don't know, but Tank should beat him. Tank should beat him, but Tank is smaller. And usually in boxing, you take the bigger man, but then again, Terrence Crawford killed that when he beat Canelo.
They're the same weight.
Yeah, they was
at the
same
time.
weight
Well,
at the
no,
time.
maybe a little bit different after they rehydrated, but they weighed in at the same weight. There's a 30-pound difference between Gervonta and Jake Paul. Jake Paul had to lose like 30 pounds to get down to like 195. And Gervonta, I think, is like 160.
Gervonta all the way up to 160?
Well, hold on. Gervonta.
160?
Oh, maybe I'm wrong. Hold on. No. 133.8.
Yes.
Oh, my God.
Yes, he 133.
It's a 60-pound weight difference.
Yes.
60 pounds.
Yes.
Ooh.
Yeah, but ain't extra weight on that chin.
That chin is all bone.
That chin ain't all bone. There ain't no meat on that chin.
No meat on that chin.
Ain't no
That's
meat
true.
on that chin. Big dudes get knocked out real quick. I done had a few.
Yeah?
Ain't no chin. Oh, yeah. You just can't. First of all, you can't let them hit you. That's first of all. And once they swing, they motivate them come, and then you catch them. And if you could turn it right there and catch them right there, they fall real hard.
You got to get in close, though.
Because they never been, I don't know about Jake, but big dudes never fight. Usually they intimidate, and then they can't last long. Their stamina is 30 seconds a minute.
Well, yeah, I mean, Jake's lost before to Tommy Fury.
Okay.
But he's never fought a world-class boxer before. In his prime.
Yeah.
Championship level,
Right.
like a Gervonta, but there's a 60-pound weight difference.
Yeah.
I think Gervonta will win too, but I don't know.
I
don't
think
know.
Gervonta
It's kind
gonna
of like a
get him.
clown show at this point. You
Yeah,
know, it's
it
like a
is.
circus. It's like, let's put a bear with a human and see what happens. You know?
How much?
Give someone a stick, like like Thunderdome or something.
Yeah, they're making a mockery of it. That's
Right.
true for its true purists.
No, it's not real boxing anymore. These are all
Yeah.
exhibition matches.
Right.
It's not affecting anyone's records.
Despite questions about the matchup's fairness, the fight has gripped the world's attention. Some fans watch hoping Jake Paul will shock everyone, while others expect Gervonta Davis to deliver another knockout masterpiece. Either way, the build-up benefits both fighters. Analysts point out that controversy drives engagement, as debates, arguments, and speculation fuel viewership. Jake Paul understands this better than most. His marketing genius turns criticism into promotion. Every doubt, every jab, every insult becomes fuel for curiosity. Even those rooting against him will still watch, and that is the strategy. The fight's success, then, isn't determined solely by the result, but by the spectacle surrounding it. In today's boxing world, the show can matter as much as the sport itself. And this clash stands as a perfect example of that formula in motion, where hype, skill, and drama intertwine to create something impossible to ignore, capturing attention far beyond the ropes.
All of a sudden, we want to know, who will win in this fight? Jake Paul or Tank Davis? It's a legit question. And I actually want to really hear your thoughts on who do you think is going to win. Because I know what Vegas is saying, but I want to know what you think. You got
Personally, I think Tank too little, bro.
Yo,
I think Tank too little.
I'm so glad you have a brain on your fucking shoulder.
I think Tank
The
too
way
little.
I said, bro.
I think Tank's too little. That's what I'm saying. I have weight classes for a
Tank
reason.
Davis
I have weight classes for a reason.
5'5", 135 pounds. Jake Paul is 6 feet, 205 pounds.
That's what I'm saying.
Dog.
He's too
6'1",
little.
205. Everybody's like, yeah, bro, but Tank it only takes one good punch. Yes, it takes one good punch when you're about the same size. There's a 60, 70-pound difference in weight in these people. I don't think nobody puts the physics in mind. Jake Paul gets punched in the face by dudes 200 pounds with all their might on a weekly basis. A 135-pound puncher, bro. If y'all remember the Mayweather versus Conor McGregor fight, Conor walks around like 180 on the regular. He's like 5'9", 180. Mayweather's like 5'7", 145. That 30-pound, 20, 30-pound difference, bro, if you remember that fight, Mayweather was putting mittens on Conor. Guess what happened to Conor? He didn't hit the ground once.
No.
He lasted all 12 rounds getting hit with flurries. I'm talking about Mayweather was having his time. He's being cocky with it, hitting him with all kind of combos. And we're watching the last 3 rounds of that shit like, yo, knock him out. And you know what? He could not knock him out because Conor gets punched by people that are 170, 180 pounds on a regular. And just that 20, 30-pound difference, it was like impossible for him to do anything. And that's exactly what I feel like is going to happen versus Jake and Tank.
Respected trainer Robert Garcia views the fight through a technical and historical lens. He explains there's nothing inherently wrong with Gervonta Davis choosing to face Jake Paul. It's his career, and he has every right to chart his own path. Yet Garcia questions the timing. He suggests that Davis, still in his prime and facing plenty of legitimate challengers, risks being misunderstood by taking this route. For Garcia, it's not the fight itself that's wrong, but how it fits into the larger story of Davis's career. The real concern, he says, isn't about money or danger, it's about narrative, legacy, and how history will remember the choices he makes.
Like that, but I don't know. What's your just take on the whole thing?
I'm not very interested. That doesn't excite me. I know it's going to do really good numbers. I know they're making a lot of money, which is good for them, good for Tank, because in boxing that's what everybody looks for. I think is the good thing is they announced it as an exhibition, which is I'm okay with it. Everybody does it. Mayweather has done it. Ali did it. The only thing, my personal opinion is Tank. They all did it when they had already accomplished so much. They already did so much. Mayweather did everything in boxing and accomplished everything. Muhammad Ali did the same, and many others that have done it. I think Tank never gave us the fights that we really wanted. Never really gave us those challenges. He never really challenged himself. He didn't give Rhodes that rematch, which he should have. Mayweather did it when he had a hard time with Maidana and Castillo. Right away, he did the rematches to prove everybody wrong, and look at what he did. He beat him clearly. So Tank should have done the same. He didn't. That I could criticize. But then at the end also, if you're making 30 to 50 million, I don't even know what he's making, to have an exhibition against just Jake Paul, I would have asked. I would do the same.
No one would say no to that.
If I had one of my fighters get an offer to fight a big celebrity, a big YouTuber for $20-30 million, I would probably do the same. So I don't blame him. You know, it's boxing. At the end of his career, 20 years from now, nobody's gonna care how many belts he won or who he fought.
Jake Paul, however, has defended the fight fiercely, insisting it's neither an exhibition nor a stunt. He stresses that the bout is fully sanctioned, with professional judges, official rounds, and a legitimate winner. For him, this is no performance, it's a real boxing match against a world-class champion. Jake believes that facing Gervonta Davis shows he's serious about the sport. He's tired of being labeled a YouTuber and wants recognition as a genuine fighter who trains, competes, and follows the same rules as anyone else. He insists that taking on someone as skilled as Tank is a challenge few would dare accept. And that's precisely why he's stepping in. By sharing the ring with one of boxing's most dangerous talents, Paul aims to silence critics and boost his credibility. His confidence might seem audacious, yet it's rooted in a deeper desire, to be seen as far more than an internet star, as someone who belongs in the world of serious boxing.
I mean, even the list you made years and years ago, Gervonta Davis is on the list.
Yeah, exactly. It's all manifestation, and it's a very powerful thing. And yeah, I think people don't dream big or set massive aspirational goals and then also put the work in. I think that's the other thing is like, I'm still doing sprints and track work and bench press and squats and all of these things for the sport of boxing. So when I transition to NFL, I'm going to have a lot of that natural explosiveness and power from the past 6 years of training every day, twice a day.
Yeah.
That's a wrap for today's video. Stay tuned.